Getting started in the cloud can feel overwhelming. Identity, networking, security, governance. Where do you begin? That's where the Azure Landing Zone Accelerator comes in. It's Microsoft's fast track solution to build a secure, scalable, and well architected foundation for your workloads in Azure. Think of it as a blueprint plus automation, pre-configured templates, governance guardrails, and infrastructure as code modules that align with the Cloud Adoption Framework best practices. In minutes, not weeks, you can deploy an environment that's ready for enterprise workloads with built-in policies for security and compliance, and flexibility to grow as your needs evolve. Everything you need is available in the Azure Cloud Adoption Framework documentation. In the next section, I am going to demonstrate how to deploy the Azure Landing Zone Accelerator. In this video, we are going to learn how to use a Landing Zone Accelerator. The first thing that I want to show you is the structure of my subscription and management groups. You can see that there's only one subscription in my root management group. I don't have any resource groups. I only have one subscription for my example. You can see I don't have any resources created in my subscription, so everything is empty. And finally, I'm going to go to the Landing Zone Accelerator documentation. From there, I'm going to select one of the options. In this case, the enterprise scale for small enterprises. I will click Deploy to Azure and authenticate to my account. From there, I'm going to select my Entra ID tenant, then the region, and a prefix that I want to put in front of all of the resources that I create. I'm going to select that type of platform. This subscription for my platform components. I'm going to review all of the options, such as where I'm going to have the AMA components, the Defender for Cloud Email, where I want to receive alerts, all of the configuration for Defender for Cloud. If I want to enable it for storage, for databases, for Key Vault, I will select whatever I want to enable Defender for there. Then the baseline alerts that we have in Microsoft and the email where I'm going to receive those alerts. I will select what type of network topology I want to deploy to my landing zone. You can see the various options that I have there. In this case, I'm going to proceed without any topology just for the example. From there, I will start selecting the number of policies that I want to enable in my environment. You can see the policies there for PaaS, for virtual machine scale set, AKS, management ports from the internet, IP forwarding, HTTPS, etc. Now I am going to select the options for my core management group that will host my internal applications. And also, I will need to do the same for the online management group that will host the internet-facing application. The same thing will happen for the decommission management group. And in case that I have a sandbox management group, I will select the options for that. Now, I can assign some regulatory compliance policies to any of my management groups. If I have some requirements for compliance, I will select the management group and I will select a set of policies that I want to apply to the designated management group. Each one of these initiatives contain hundreds of policies that I'm going to assign to the selected management group. As the final step, I will review the configurations that I set up in the previous pages to make sure everything is okay. Click Create, and from there, I'm going to see the deployment happening to the landing zone. Depending on the landing zone that you deploy, this may take from 30 minutes up to 2 hours. And you can see at the end what is the status of each one of the deployments and parts that were created in our landing zone. Now let's review what components were created. You can see the different management groups that were created as part of the deployment of the landing zone. You can see management groups for core, for online, for sandbox, for connectivity in my case. The resources that were created with the many alerts, managed identities, and other components that will help me to maintain the options that I selected in my deployment. And the baseline alerts that Microsoft recommends for our customers. Let's take a look on the policies that were deployed. I will see the definitions there. You can see in the second column where the policies are being defined. The first column, of course, is going to tell me what kind of policy I'm assigning to my resources. The assignments, once again, will tell me where my particular policies are assigned to. And finally, let's check the configuration for Defender for Cloud. Let's check the environment settings. And I will select my subscription where Defender for Cloud was enabled because I want to review what are the components that were enabled. And there you are. You can see the last column with the status on many of the components. And last but not least, I will check the log analytics that the landing zone deployment created for me in order to store logs for the entire landing zone.